I'll stop looking over there. Did you do that to me, Chief? Thank you. That is very awesome. I didn't even have time to decide on what to give away. So if anyone's got any ideas, I was thinking of getting some Glen Cairns that say Izzo's Place on them. I was thinking of getting a tape measure that says Izzo's Place on it. So let me know. Let me know. And then I have to think of a way to like make it into a contest, I suppose. Or maybe just whatever stream I do Friday. Maybe whoever attends it, they can just have they can, I'll just make sure I got enough for whoever attends the live stream. It's not like I barely have gone over 10 viewers at one time, so that could be good. So how was your weekend, Chief? Hi, Tomorrowland Traveler is here. Awesome. How was your weekend, Daniel? We went down to South Carolina, visited a friend. We went on a hike and relaxed. That's about it. That is about it. I was surprised. I expected it to be warmer in South Carolina, yeah, but that first night we like brought the Ohio chill with us. Hey there, Skylar. We brought the Ohio chill with us, and it was so cold, but it was really nice sleeping weather. I gotta say. What else? Okay, so Monday. So I didn't work today. Awesome. That's cool. Nice. I'm going to private message you on about that, Chief. Maybe we're gonna do a collaboration. I'm gonna force you to get a free Smule account, and we're gonna go sing together. So today I didn't work. Today I basically drove 8 hours of driving back from South Carolina. Didn't eat anything special on the way home. Didn't stop anywhere special on the way home. Just kind of drove, and so that was nice to be able to watch Pete's stream for most of the drive because Amber. So she gets migraines, and almost every afternoon she ends up with a headache of some sort. We're trying to work with the doctors and figure out like some good pain management and stuff. And don't tell her I said that because she will kill me. She's a very private individual. I'm very not private individual, and I should probably be somewhere in between the two of us. So I'm working on that. But yeah, Chief noted that we're at 100 subs. You people are crazy incredible. Even if you're making fake accounts, I don't care. Still is exciting to me as a creator. And that silly short is still climbing. It's at 21,000 views, and it's still climbing. It's insane to me. If I could analyze that and figure out what I did right, I don't know. Maybe just a lot of people like the Doors, and so that ends up in the algorithm for some reason because that song was Riders on the Storm. So who knows? I mean, of course, if you do that, then there's a copyright claim. So even if I was monetized, like I don't think I'd get any money out of it. That's awesome. Hey, Steven. Awesome. Wow. Everyone's rolling in. I love it. Good to see you, Steven. And yeah, well, and that's the present. Now, I don't really see it happening. So every year I shave this thing on March 13th. That's going to happen regardless. But if you crazy people tell enough people to sub to the channel, I'll shave it live on March 13th. Just for fun. I don't know. Or maybe that's gross. Who knows? But yeah, so that's a thought. Alright, so the plan. So today, hi there, Shelly. It's Monday the 13th this year. Yes, it is. My birthday's always on the 13th somehow. I don't know why that works that way, but it will be. Alright, so what's going on? So, we got some nice deposits in, some nice cabinet jobs are going to be coming up. I'm waiting on one more deposit. Oh, cool. That's so awesome. And I threw your channel and Pete's into the description of my channel, but I need to get more organized with my the descriptions that I do. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely be cross promoting. Anyone that wants it, let me know. I'll cross promote your stuff. Enough people have helped me already in the short time I've been doing this that absolutely I want to help out other people. All right, so today was a waste work-wise. I drove for 8 hours. I'm back at the shop. The wife dropped me off at the van because the van needed rear brakes. Yay. Fortunately, it was cheap this time. So I don't know if it must not have been a full brake job. Must have been just a partial brake job. Or I don't know, or he's buttering me up to do some work at his house. But T3 Tomorrowland Traveler. He has a very chill, relaxing channel. Oh, it's good to just put that on and chill. Um, at least that's how I view it. Hopefully, that's how the Tomorrowland Traveler wants it viewed. But that's how I view it. Very, very relaxing channel to listen to. Sometimes listen to it while I work. He walks through the parks a lot. I mean, I imagine there's other content out there too. The two most recent ones are park walks and that kind of thing. I like listening to that while I work. Like, you got the ambient noises from the parks, you hear the music loops, you hear the people. Sometimes you hear some unhappy sounds, some cranky children or cranky adults, but for the most part, it's very chill and nice thing to listen to. And so where were we? So working today. So I'm at the shop because I need my van. So we drove here. Wife's taking the car home. I'll take the van home in a little bit. I'm going to go through and just load up whatever tools I need for the rest of the week. So here's what the week's looking like. So tomorrow, I'm going to finish up. There's a job in Mentor. All I need to do is hang some cabinet hardware, couple little pieces of trim, and do some filling of nail holes. And then that's done. So doing that tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, finally doing the touch-ups on it for a very nice customer who paid in full for their kitchen, and I still haven't done the touch-up. So I'm going to go do the touch-ups. Sounds like there's a very minor leak under the sink in the kitchen, so I just got to probably tighten those slip nuts. Am I sneaking anything else in there tomorrow? And then tomorrow at some point, I have to pick up 30 sheets of plywood for the purse store. So then Wednesday is a tile backsplash all day. I got to put in some board on the wall because the old backsplash came off very, very poorly. So I had to actually, well, it was the weirdest thing too. Like, there was maybe 5 screws in this whole run. Now, granted, they might have had drywall screws like above and below where I couldn't see them where the cabinets were. But in between the upper and lower cabinets, 5 screws holding on this whole like 10-foot rung of drywall. So it's like, so there was nothing holding it in place, so I would pry or I would bang on something and just stuff would disintegrate. So I finally just yanked the last couple pieces, I just pulled them off whole, just yoink, drywall and tile included. So Wednesday, I'm going to put a piece of drywall up on that side, pop off a couple of pieces that I couldn't get to because the stove was in the way and I didn't want to move the stove when I was there a couple weeks ago. And then just start tiling that backsplash. And so I'm giving that all day. I think I can tile the whole thing in one day. So I'm going to try to tile that entire backsplash. Got a haircut at 6 o'clock that night. So I'm getting to the point where I need one for the month. But so haircut at 6, and then probably be back here, and I'm going to live stream. I'm going to live stream here Wednesday night, because what I'm thinking of doing, as long as I get the deposit tomorrow, I will start ripping up the plywood for the purse store. And I'm going to try to come up with something crazy. I'm thinking of putting in my earbuds and wearing my motorcycle helmet, so that way, and like maybe even like sticking my phone on the front of the helmet, so that way you guys can see everything I'm doing, but you should be able to hear me. The microphone will be up with me in the motorcycle helmet. So I might try that. That might be fun. And then you guys can like watch the entire process, like a point of view of building the cabinets. I think that could be a cool live stream. And then every once in a while I have to just go to my iPad to check the chat and see if you guys have any questions or whatever. So that's Wednesday. So Wednesday, tiling during the day. Good thing I rested a lot this weekend. Haircut, dinner, back here for a live stream while I cut up plywood. Thursday, so if all goes well on Wednesday, Thursday I will go back to the backsplash job. We'll grout it, and that's really all you can do. You grout it, take me a couple hours, 2-3 hours to grout it, and then can't do anything till the next day anyway. So then I'll go from that job and I'll spend the balance of the day at a job that I just took the deposit on. It's going to be weeks before their cabinets are ready, but they bought a closet and I agreed to install it for them. Yeah, you are, Chief. Someday we'll do that. It might be real small, but it'll be real. It'll be good. So I'm going to install a closet for those people because they're moving into their house, get the master closet installed, and then they're going to wait. Then they'll wait for the cabinets. Sorry, I'm a pig. So that's Thursday. And then if all goes well then Friday, I will go put the outlets in on the tile backsplash job. And if I have anything to finish up on the closet install, then I'll go and install that closet. What am I doing? We're here, we're chatting. I'm not using power tools. Let's get some bourbon. What am I thinking? Planning sesh goes well with bourbon. Told my wife I'd be home by 8. So it's not going to be a very heavy pour. 7:10. Okay, yeah. So I'm about 20 minutes from home. Tonight we're gonna do a little sip of the Old Elk. So this is a barrel select, like the Ohio Liquor Society Council something whatever. They picked out themselves a barrel. It's 106 proof, almost 107 proof. Selected by OHLQ. What's our mash bill? We got 51% corn, 15% rye, 34% malted barley. It's aged 7 years, so that's nice. 7. This was bottled last year, 2022. Bottled by someone named Matt Gustafson from Barrel 2145. Oh, so if this nice chief, thank you. So if this channel lasts to 2029, I am what's called a Maker's Mark ambassador, which is a free thing and it's not very fancy. But I'm a Maker's Mark ambassador. So somewhere in Maker's Mark's rick houses, there's a barrel that has Izzo written on it. Now I'm not the only person on that barrel. I'd say there's like 20 people listed on that barrel. But when that thing matures, which should be late 2028, early 2029, then I got the first crack at buying bourbon from it. So Maker's Mark is a nice stable bourbon. It's not super flashy, but it's like very nice and consistent. So it was fun, and I do get like little free things. Oh, ABC Carney is here. Thank you for the stream, Pete. I was driving home from South Carolina. It was wonderful having you in my ear the whole way home. Well, especially because the wife was asleep. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts. I can't even believe it. That's awesome. I'm honored by the Carney. What are you making for dinner, Pete? Or are you guys ordering out? Oh, thanks, buddy. That's awesome. So what I'm doing the Old Elk. I think this distillery is in Colorado. So I'm not one for the notes. You know that, but I do kind of get like a maple smell in there. So maybe I'm starting to learn to smell these things finally. Okay, I can definitely, it's not a heavy rye mash bill, but I can definitely, nice, perfect. Cool, chicken and rice sounds delicious. Better than me. I had a bag of beef jerky for dinner because I didn't feel like, just snacking on the ride home. Oh, I just tasted banana. Maybe I'm finally learning how to do this stuff. Like there was just a hint of banana, like on the back end. That was crazy. Bag of jerky. Breakfast of Champions. Hey, Lynette. Wow, man. Thanks, guys. Thanks for visiting. And then, so this Friday, so normally I do, man, I'm going to have like a special 100 subscriber thing where I give some stuff away. But I don't think I could do that this Friday. This Friday, we're actually going to go snowboarding for the first time this season. We're going up to Pinka Peak. I don't know what the trails are like, but we're going to rent a condo for the weekend, and we're going in with a bunch of family, so, make it affordable. Nice. So maybe, I won't do any live streams, but maybe I'll do some crazy snowboarding videos. So what kind of, was that did you send us a picture in the Discord, Pete's Discord, about that bourbon? I can't remember, Lynette. But yeah, this Old Elk is very good. If you run into it, so this one was like a special Ohio pick, And it was a little pricey. It was like $90, but it is very good. I'm not super disappointed. Oh, I almost forgot. Is my barrel leaking still? Okay, I got a little baby barrel over here. Chief, I would just do a Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark's very easy and consistent. So here's my baby barrel. So you're supposed to cure it by filling it with water and letting it sit for a while, and it does leak at first, and it's supposed to. I think the water makes the oaks swell, so that it closes off all the leaks. So it's not leaking anymore. So that's a good sign. I could probably empty this Wednesday, and then put the 2 bourbons in it that I didn't like the taste of. Yeah, it's the Maker's Mark is because what Maker's Mark does. So some places will put a barrel in their rick house and leave it, and whatever it ends up tasting like, they put different labels on it. Like that's how Buffalo Trace is. But Maker's Mark, in an effort to make all their barrels as consistent as possible, will rotate the barrels up and down and through the rick house, so that way it's exposed to different elements, and then it gets them like a little more consistent bourbon. So it's a good one to start out with. Yeah. Cool. So maybe barrel will be Wednesday. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't remember the original Mario. But we'll give you the super do 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 do. But yeah, that's the wrong music. That is so hilarious. Sorry, I hope my laugh wasn't too loud. What else were we talking about? Ooh, cool. Excellent. Local distilleries can be good. I didn't appreciate the one I got from Columbus, but that's and I think there are some distilleries in Cleveland, but I haven't researched it enough to find out. I was just I have a subscription to the Nintendo Switch, like the old school video games, and I was just playing Donkey Kong just a couple weeks ago. It was very entertaining. Back when he was a carpenter. Oh, but there were barrels in the Super, not the Super. There were barrels in the Mario Brothers too, though. I think I could be wrong though. I might be remembering it wrong. Man, with Tron opening, that's brought back some memories. I loved that arcade game. Oh my goodness, spent so much money on that. Sometimes even in the Disney parks. Like I remember the crazy arcade in the basement of the Contemporary. Moana's Fun Hut. Moana Mickey's Fun Hut is what it was called at the Polynesian. Spent a lot of quarters in there. Because back when I was a little kid, the Polynesian was the cheaper of the 3 hotels. Like you had like the Contemporary and the Polynesian and the Floridian. Somehow the Polynesian briefly was the cheapest of the 3. Then they introduced the Caribbean Beach, and everything just went nuts with that. I was been very entertained by Piano Rob's Instagram posts about the Tron. He is dressed to the nines for going on that ride. What did you think? So you rewatched it? Do you like the original film? Not everyone likes the original film. I love it. Somewhere in this mess, I've got an old toy light bike, but it's in pieces. I don't think it's worth very much. But yeah, there was a very unique movie with the computer graphics and the backlighting and the electronic score. I'm not surprised with how many posts he's done. Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, dressed for it too. I do have. I don't have anything as elaborate as him. I do have a Tron shirt with with Sam Flynn's pattern on it, and it'll glow. So I mean, obviously, I have to wear that. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. That was funny that he found you on your stream. Yeah, I love the original. And so, what do you guys think of Legacy then? As a crazy Tron fan, I definitely loved Legacy. The first one, it was a weird movie. I have the 30th, 20th anniversary. I don't know what it was. I bought the DVD, and it's got like 8 hours of extras. And there's neat things in there, like they were dealing with the film that they were given from Kodak, but someone gave it to them like out of order, and you're supposed to follow it in order because it'll change its look, based on the roll of the thing. And so since they didn't know that at first, that it was out of order, so they do all this filming, and then there's like so many highs and lows, like differences in the film. So anytime that happens, they have to just like they put in like a little electrical flash or something, something to make it make sense why the scene would change just a little bit in consistency. So and it's funny watching the credits because they were so behind, they had to go to, I think, a Korean studio, and so like you're watching the credits for the original Tron, and it's all in English, and then suddenly there's a whole section that's just Korean characters, and like so it's all those people that worked on the film from the Korean studio. Neat little things on that. I don't know if all those extras are on Disney Plus. I'll have to look sometime. What else? So I went over the plan for next week, or for this week. I don't know if everyone was here. The next week I start what is hopefully going to be my standard schedule. Where on Monday, I do maintenance work for the estate that I rent an apartment on. So I'll do maintenance work for half a day, and then at least half a day. I'll at least do 4 hours every Monday, and then I'll probably in the afternoon do handyman stuff for some local people that some older ones that need help with their houses and stuff. And it's not like it's charity work. I get paid for it, but so I'm gonna try to make Monday maintenance. Tuesday I'm gonna try to save for volunteer work, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday being my main carpentry days. So possibly starting that February 27th. We'll see how it goes though. I always say these things, but this time it might happen. This time it might happen. Amber and I worked hard. We got rid of some old debt that was weighing us down, so I might be able to do this schedule and maybe not work as quite as crazy. And then maybe maybe Wednesday nights, I could still do a long day on Wednesday, but maybe I can actually come and do some of the projects that I've got. The electric cello, the glass tile mosaic. That's what I'm shooting for. That is what I'm trying to do. It feels so good. They say your company doesn't make money for like what three depending on who you talk to, like 2 to 8 years your company doesn't make money. Well, I tried to prove that really correct, but but we are but we're finally done with some of that debt stuff. So hopefully we'll get to the point where I'm working less like a jerk, more like an organized businessman. That's cool. Good. Oh, that's cool. So did they like subsidize it or something? That's awesome. That's awesome. I always laugh when I get the calls about get rid of your student debt, and I'm like, you're a scam. I don't have any. My guidance counselors were very annoyed at me in high school. They're like, oh, what college are you gonna go to? I'm not. I'm gonna be a peon. Would you like to go to a technical school? Nope. But fortunately, I don't know. I just didn't have it in me to go to college. I didn't have the shoot. I can't even like take the time to teach myself like just barely enough AutoCAD to be able to do computer drawings. I have to do everything by pen and paper. Yeah, it's all right. What are you gonna do? It's not for me. My wife's got a little bit of schooling. Yep. Someone close to me. Awesome. Sweet. I'll try not to. I'll try not to. Um, so someone close to me almost got scammed, and um, and it was their lack of technological skill that almost got them scammed. So please be careful out there. And sometimes maybe if you got loved ones that aren't great with the technology, make sure they understand that no one's gonna call them to try to like well, they might call, but I mean, man, just be careful. Like it was a phone call scam, and this person almost did it. And like I said, it was their lack of technical ability that saved them because it was such a struggle to try to get them to do what the scammers wanted that enough time lapsed that it dawned like, whoa, no, this is a scam. This is not going to be good. So please be careful, and just maybe a reminder to your loved ones. Just like let them know like, hey, look. Like you can hover over the email that came to you. You can make sure it's maybe it says it's from your bank, but maybe it's from like pop up hotmail at giddyfun.com. Like good job, Lynette. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And they get some of our older ones, and yeah. So I might even I do the silly safety talks. Maybe I'll even talk about that in one of them. I'll get like a little presentation made, and then we'll talk about it. So that'd be something you could share with friends or family. What time is it? Because you beautiful people are here, but I can't spend too much time here. Actually, I got a couple texts. I gotta read a couple texts real quick. Yeah, the car warranty. Yep. Okay, I'll send that later. I love it when people are asking about their current balance. Yay! Something I gotta org. Right, and yes, it's cool. I'll be there between 9 and this is scintillating YouTube content. Watching me text people. Cool. I'll be there between 9 and 9:30, and I'm gonna send them a winky face because I am never on time. Okay, took care of that. That's all I needed to take care of. So that I haven't heard back from the backsplash people, but they were expecting me tomorrow, but I'm not available tomorrow. Like I have to bump them to Wednesday, so they should hopefully be good with that. So something fun you can do, Chief, is so how do you do your ramens? Do you make it like a soup? See, when I make the cheap ramen packets, I make them real dry. I like drain off most of the water, so I'm almost like dry, spicy noodles. So what you could do is if you do it more dry like I do, if you just add a little bit of sesame oil, maybe a couple vegetables, it tastes amazing. Oh, did I miss something from Shelly? Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. There's a fella I follow on YouTube, Mark Rover. He does the he was like part of the engineering team that did the Mars rover, and he's got some fun videos where he sets up glitter bombs for box of porch thieves, and then he's also got some videos on attacking scammers. And it sounds like between like with a little bit of help from him and his team, and eventually they went from pranking the telemarketers to or the scammers telescammers. They got a little too close, and so they had to like kind of stop filming stuff and get the authorities involved. But it sounds like they got a couple of them shut down. But I'm sure for everyone he got shut down, I'm sure more opened up because there's just a lot of jerks in the world. Unfortunately, there's not enough Pete Kearneys. Just boil them in hot water since I'm lazy. Yeah. No, that's all right though. But so what I do with the ramen is I boil it and then drain off most of it and then put in the flavor packet. But then my wife started having me put sesame oil in, and excuse me, so sorry. You throw some if you got like any vegetables, whatever you like in your usual like Chinese food. If you got like beans, like I can't think of what I'm the snap peas. There we go. If you got snap peas, even just regular peas is good. I don't know. Just she calls it zhuzhing it up. You just zhuzh it up a little bit. I like they used to be, what did it used to be called? It used to be the Oriental flavor, but I don't know if Oriental is now offensive because now it's just the soy sauce flavor. But that's the ones I like. I like the soy sauce flavor ones. Don't we all? Oh yeah, and so last week I got exposed to COVID last week, but I never ended up getting it. But because of that, that's the other thing that I forgot about. So before I go grout the backsplash on Thursday, actually got a doctor appointment. I think 8:30 in the morning, and it's just a meet and greet with the doctor. Like nothing yet. I'm sure I'll get a physical scheduled after that. As far as I know, for all I know, I'm going in for a full physical. We'll see. But I think it's just a meet and greet. I'll give her my history, which is very easy. I haven't been to a doctor since 2013. I've been sick twice since 2013. Once with COVID and once with just something they gave me a Z pack for. And 2013 was a kidney stone. I've had one surgery on my hand. Oops, there we go. A little deformed fingernail there. I've had one surgery on my hand, and that's it. Fortunately, I've been healthy enough. It's pretty easy to describe. I did have some high cholesterol, before I stopped going to doctors and getting tested, it was starting to come down, so that was a good thing. I don't know. So hopefully it'll be an easy thing. But then I'm sure once I get some work done, like get the physical done, get the blood results back, we'll see what's wrong with me. Oh, that's not that much. Sick twice since 2013. I've had it easy. Yeah, I had a kidney stone in Colorado at Breckenridge, and was in so much pain. It was my first and only kidney stone so far. I was in so much pain. I thought I was gonna die, and so went to. Everyone was on the hill. Everyone was on the hill except me. So when I made the text, like, guys, this is not stopping. Like, I need to go to urgent care. And so my mother-in-law was done, so she came and got me, took me to urgent care. At urgent care, the woman's like, she's like, well, I really can't tell if you're, like, you might be having a kidney stone, you might be having appendicitis. I can't tell. We need to get you to the hospital. I'm like, oh, yay. So mother-in-law drives me to the hospital, little local hospital, Frisco Hospital. And I walk up to the front desk at the ER, and I get on my knees and lay my head on the table, and I said, I'm in pain. I need to be admitted, something, whatever you guys need to do. And the woman's like, okay, we'll get you a room. We'll get you some pain meds. She's like, and then unfortunately everything's going to slow down because there was just a 60-car pileup on the freeway, and a lot of the injured are coming here. I'm like, whatever you got to do. So they got me in the ER. They gave me some pain meds. They did finally come and do a MRI, like it was an open MRI, and the MRI tech, she's like, all right, I'm not allowed to diagnose. She's like, but I've been doing this long enough. You've got a kidney stone. Don't worry about appendicitis. I'm like, okay, good, thanks. And so then the doctor finally came in. Doctor says, okay, you got a 4 millimeter kidney stone. He's like, that's not huge. He's like, you probably can pass it on your own. He's like, you also, however, according to the blood work, have a kidney infection going on. So I'm like, oh, good. He's like, so we're going to send you to the Denver hospital. That's what I've heard. That is what I've heard. That's awesome. Yeah, those vaccines could be tough. They didn't on me, but I heard some horror stories from some friends of mine. So then the ambulance driver comes in, like the lady in charge of the ambulance service, and she's like, all right. She's like, if it was life and death, she's like, we would move heaven and earth to get you to the Denver hospital. She's like, but we got crazy snows and this pileup that's getting cleared. She's like, it's going to take a little while, but we're going to get you to Denver. I'm like, okay. And so we get to Denver, and by then there's no pain. The pain is gone by Denver. And so we go there, and they do a few more blood tests, blood draws, and then I spend a night in a really nice hospital. Denver hospital is pretty classy. I thought I was like at the Grand Floridian or something. And then the urologist comes in the next day. He's like, oh, yeah, here's your prescription for your kidney infection. That'll go away. Like 4 millimeter kidney stone. It'll get passed. You're fine. Get out of here. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. The other guy thought I was going to die. And then my poor wife, her part-time job that summer was getting as much of that covered by insurance as possible. And it was quite the process in getting all that stuff reduced or covered. Like, she had to get letters from doctors because they were going to refuse to cover it. It was crazy. All right. Oops. The wife just texted. She can't be watching. This. Oh, she's home safe. Okay, that's a good text. I can't remember. She had, Phenomenal Brandy! Hey there. How's it going? I haven't gotten a chance to check the Discord on the Animal Kingdom, on the DAC celebration. Oh no, are there? Well, that's fitting punishment for what I do to Pete. That's fitting punishment. I love it. But yeah, I'm definitely. Oh, cool. Good job, Lynette. That's awesome. That's awesome. I am glad. Awesome. Good for Pete. Oh, I love it. That is cracking me up. So no, I am setting aside stuff for the I am setting aside time for the DAC anniversary celebration. So we're gonna combine it. We need to go down to Florida to the Naples house anyway around that time, so we'll combine it with a trip to do that. I will probably just be solo in Orlando because my wife already had plans with some girlfriends of hers, so she's probably gonna be in Key West. I'll be in Orlando with you guys, and then we'll meet down in Naples to handle business there, and then drive home. I think I have to be home by May 6th, so we'll probably the week after the Carney Crew meetup, we will work at the Naples house and then drive her car back north. It is going to be the bomb. I can't wait. I'm excited. What time is it? 7:35. I should really leave in like 5 minutes. What do I need for tomorrow? For tomorrow, I just need hand drills and things. Oh, I do need the chop saw, so I'll throw the chop saw in. You know what? I might need the table saw. I'll just throw all the normal stuff in. Which is the same Shelly, sorry. I'm not sure what the same is. What else? Anything else? For anyone that just got here, I do have a baby barrel, and I'm going to be aging some bourbons that I didn't like the taste of in it to try to get it. I did. We went to Greensboro, South Carolina, visit a friend of ours, and now Steven's texting me. That might be in the Discord, but I love it. It's incredible. Oh, it's all good. But yes, so we went to South Carolina. Friend of ours, more friends with my wife, but friend of ours, she been going through some stuff, so we went down to just have a nice chill weekend. So we got down there. By the time we got down there Friday, she works pretty early in the morning, so we didn't do much Friday. We like hung out for a few minutes and then went to bed. And then Saturday we went out to breakfast, and then we climbed Grandfather Mountain in Boone County, I think it was. And I could have. No, unfortunately, we didn't do Tennessee this time through. We didn't do Tennessee this time through. We came mostly through. What did we do? We came through Marietta to West Virginia, through Virginia to the Carolinas, unfortunately. Taco Bell Cantina in Orlando? That sounds fun. I don't know if you're watching Philip Miser, but yeah, 100, can you believe it? I think so, Grandfather. Yeah, Banner Elk, that might be familiar. I don't know. It was like 2 hours away from Greensboro, wherever we were. I thought it said Grandfather Mountain. Is it really? Oh, cool. Bummer. All right, well, I'll pay attention. I'll find out where people are before I go on a trip next time. That's cool. It's not that big a drive, so I mean, imagine to get to your house is probably less than 8 hours, just like it is to get to South Carolina for me. So. Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay, so funny story. So we were in our friend's little Honda Civic and pulled a little too far off the road in one spot when we were going to go enjoy some views. And so it was just spinning in the mud. And so we had an old dude and 3 moms like help push us out. And like the moms was actually a group of 5 moms, but 3 of them helped. One of them videoed us. So it might be on Instagram or somewhere. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, we went up this, like, neat little rocky trail. It was next to the Daniel, like, I think it's split off from the Daniel Boone Trail. I don't know if the trail we were on had a name, but we went up, and there's a couple spots where you can just stand and sit on the rocks and enjoy the scenery. That's what the picture I posted in the Discord was. So much going on. You are watching. That's the thing. I gotta, like, figure out the giveaway now. Actually, a box. I'm getting texts while we're on the live stream as well. But maybe a shoe box of sawdust. That does sound fun. Actually, you know, on Etsy, I've seen like they'll sell like boxes of hobby wood. Like, I could collect just scrap woods and like write Izzo on the box. Profile trail. I'll check with my wife on which trail it was. If I find out accurately, I will. It was close. We were heading for the suspension bridge. That's what we were gonna do, but we didn't know that they close at stinking 3:30 in the afternoon. So we got there like 20 minutes late. So if that trail is near that suspension bridge, that was our original plan. And then my wife and her friend aren't quite as into drinking as I was. I was going to check out distilleries, but maybe that's for another future trip. There was a mountain. I took a picture of it. I'll send it to the Discord, or maybe and maybe just post it to YouTube for anyone that cares. There was a picture, or there was a mountain that looked like the profile of a dude like sleeping. Like you could see the nose and the mouth and the chin, and it didn't come out very good in the picture. But I might post the picture anyway, just so you could see it. Like it looked so much better live than in the picture that I took. But that was neat seeing. And who knows? Maybe that's Grandfather Mountain. Maybe that's Grandfather sleeping there. That's some beautiful stuff down there, though. So, Brandy, is the temperature, like it was 35 when we got there Friday? Is that like normal for your area? Like I felt like we dragged down the Ohio cold with us, and I was very annoyed. Although it was good sleeping that first night. But yeah, it was a little cooler than I anticipated. But it's February. Okay, cool, awesome. So I took a picture of Grandfather Mountain as we were leaving. I love it. Unless that means I wasn't on Grandfather Mountain. I can't remember. Unless that means I was on another mountain. I think I was on Grandfather Mountain. Well, I hate to go with all you beautiful people on here. But I did tell my wife I'd try to be home by 8. So I am gonna go. So we got this week planned. I am gonna go snowboarding this weekend. So the Friday recap. Do you guys want me to do the Friday recap from New York? It'll probably be later. Nah, it'll be between 5 and 6. You do have to keep the wife happy. That's very important. It's very important. That is the secret of my success so far, is not making her angry at me. It took a good 15 years of our marriage to figure that out, but I did. Oh, worst of both worlds. Good job. That's what I jokingly tell people about Northeast Ohio. I'm like, it's so wonderful to live here. You get to complain all year. It's too wet in the spring. It's too hot in the summer. There's too many leaves in the fall. It's too cold in the winter. So, yeah, you get some fun stuff there, too. Friday recap sounds good. So we'll shoot for 5 o'clock. I think 5 is when we get to, and I know the people that I'm with will not want to be on the live stream, so I will probably like have to go outside or go to the top of the mountain or something and do it there privately. But we'll do the recap from the slopes. Man, maybe we'll go to the bar. I don't know. All right, we'll do something fun Friday. I will give serious thought to the next few days for what we're going to give away and how we're going to give it away. I like variety so much. I actually love where I live because it's such crazy variety. I love it all. Like by the time I get bored of one, the next one's coming. So that's what I usually do. So yeah, so Wednesday I'm going to try to have a late night work stream. Feel free to join. And then Friday between 5 and 6, I'll go live again. We'll do it from somewhere at Peak and Peak in New York. And we'll scope out the slopes, or we'll scope out the bar, or we'll do something. But we'll talk about how the week went. And we'll talk about, we'll chat, we'll hang out. Cool. Man, I did not expect to be on for 45 minutes today. So thanks, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. You got me to 100, and that's crazy to me. Honestly, I don't care if we ever go any further. If we do, it'll be nice. But thanks for doing that. And we'll see you next time on Izzo's Place. Please stay safe and be happy.